Hello, and welcome to Confident Resilience. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated with our latest content. Today, we're talking about a vital component of operational resilience: tabletop exercises. These exercises are one of the most effective ways to prepare for and respond to incidents and disruptions. Whether you're in crisis management, business continuity, or risk management, today's video will walk you through what tabletop exercises are, why they matter, and how to conduct one. First things first, what is a tabletop exercise? Simply put, a tabletop exercise, or TTX you hear people say, is a discussion-based simulation of a potential crisis or incident that could disrupt operations. It's designed to engage key stakeholders in a controlled, low-stress environment where they can talk through their responses to a scenario. Tabletop exercises are scenario-driven and involve a facilitated discussion where participants walk through the scenario, identify potential issues, and develop appropriate responses. Unlike live drills or full-scale exercises, tabletop exercises are usually non-technical and focus on communication, decision-making, and coordination. You might be wondering, why are tabletop exercises so crucial for incident management? Well, the short answer is they allow organizations to validate their plans and practice their readiness in low-risk settings before a real crisis occurs. Think of it as a rehearsal for high-stakes situations. By simulating a crisis, organizations can assess their procedures, identify gaps, and improve communication without the pressure of a real incident. Tabletop exercises are a core part of an organization's business continuity and crisis management planning. They help prepare key personnel to respond effectively in the heat of the moment, which is crucial in managing and mitigating the impact of operational disruptions. So, how do tabletop exercises specifically help prepare for operational disruptions? During these exercises, you can facilitate various crisis scenarios that might involve everything from cybersecurity breaches, natural disasters, supply chain failures, pandemics, reputation crisis, the list goes on. By running these simulations, you can ensure that everyone knows their role, understands the escalation process, and can make critical decisions in a timely manner. This kind of proactive preparation reduces the likelihood of confusion or miscommunication when a real incident occurs, making your organization more resilient. Let's talk about how to structure a tabletop exercise. There are several important steps to keep in mind when designing one. Step 1. Set clear objectives. Before you start, you need to define the objectives of the exercise. What do you want to practice or validate? Are you focusing on communication, decision-making, coordination, or understanding a specific process or processes? Clearly defined objectives will ensure your exercise is focused and effective. Step 2. Design the scenario. The heart of any tabletop exercise is the scenario. It should be realistic, based on actual risks your organization might face. The scenario can involve multiple stages, beginning with an initial crisis and escalating as the situation unfolds. This allows participants to navigate different phases of crisis management, from the initial response to recovery. Step 3. Set expected outcomes. Every tabletop exercise should have expected outcomes. These are the things you want to achieve by the end of the exercise. Do you want participants to arrive at a specific solution, or is the goal simply to practice decision-making in a high-pressure environment? Setting expected outcomes provides a clear roadmap for both facilitators and participants. Part of your expected actions is to validate the plans that you are exercising. One of the most important aspects of a successful tabletop exercise is involving the right stakeholders. A good exercise isn't just about the crisis management team. It should involve key players from across the organization, including leadership. Senior management plays a crucial role in setting the tone in making high-level decisions. IT and security teams. If your scenario involves a cyber attack or a data breach, these teams are vital. Operations. The operations team needs to be involved to ensure the continuity of essential services and processes. Legal and communications. For many scenarios, your organization will need to manage legal compliance, regulatory considerations, and public communication. Having these stakeholders involved ensures that all aspects of the crisis are addressed and everyone understands how they contribute to the response. One of the key benefits of tabletop exercises is the ability to simulate high-pressure decision-making. In a real crisis, decisions need to be made quickly, often with incomplete information. A tabletop exercise provides a space to practice making these decisions without the consequences of a real disaster. During the exercise, participants will face stressful situations, just as they would in a real crisis, but in a safe space. They'll need to make tough decisions, communicate under pressure, and rely on their crisis management protocols. This builds confidence and helps to identify areas where decision-making could be improved when it matters most. After the exercise, it's critical to evaluate its effectiveness. This is where the debrief comes in. A debrief is an opportunity for all participants to discuss the exercise, evaluate how they handled the situation, and identify strengths and weaknesses. The evaluation process should focus on several key areas. Did the participants meet the objectives? Were decision-making processes effective under pressure? Were communication and coordination between teams smooth and efficient? What gaps were identified in the crisis management plans? Collecting feedback from participants is essential for improving future tabletop exercises. Based on these insights, you can update your crisis management strategies, refine your plans, and ensure that everyone is even more prepared for the next exercise or real-life incident. To summarize, tabletop exercises are a critical component of crisis management and business continuity. They allow organizations to test their readiness, improve decision-making, and ensure effective communication and coordination in the face of a crisis. To conduct a successful tabletop exercise, remember: 1. Set clear objectives and design realistic scenarios. 2. Involve the right stakeholders from leadership to operations to IT. 3. Focus on simulating high-pressure decision-making environments. 4. Evaluate the effectiveness of the exercise and use feedback to improve future efforts. By incorporating tabletop exercises into your preparedness strategy, you can ensure that your organization is resilient and ready to respond to any disruption. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and leave comments or questions below. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on crisis management, business continuity, and operational resilience.